Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Today I'm going to be talking about communism doesn't define China anymore. We're talking, the people that think that way are looking at China 30 and 40 years ago. It's like they're stuck in a time warp of some sort. See, China's changed over the last 30, 40 years, and it's been getting better and better and better. So when you hear the rhetoric from whoever it might be saying that, oh, communist China is an authoritarian government, communist China, if it starts with the words communist China, then what you got to do is you've got to check what they're saying, because chances are pretty good that it's old news, the old China, the China that used to be back in the day. It's not like that here anymore, and you can probably see that by just I'm on the Yonge River, on the banks of the Yonge River. They've got running paths, they've got benches, they've got places for people, older people to exercise. They've got all of these things for the people, by the people. Exactly. When you're thinking of the new China, now you're thinking of major infrastructure, higher education. They're building things better. They're making China a better place to live for themselves, for the people of China. And I see this on a daily basis. So when I hear the words communist China, I just shake my head, because China's anything but a communist authoritarian state. It's more of a capitalistic place. Back in the olden days, companies were run by the communist government. Sure, they were. But those days are long gone. All those companies are shut down, and now they're run by CEOs. Yes, business people that have gone to university economics courses, have gone to business administration classes, accountants. You know, all of these educated people are running these companies now. Maybe that's why they're doing so good. And if you look at the way China's been growing with the infrastructure, with the high-speed trains, with all of the subways and the bridges and everything that's out there, you'll soon see that not only are they capitalists here in China, but they're moving farther, faster. They're making more money. They're going to surpass the West, and it's not a matter of decades. It's a matter of years now. Chinese people are as free as any people around the world. There's no mass shootings in China. There's no go zones. When you go to a park in China, it's for mom and dad, the children. It's not for the drug addicts and the homeless people. It's not for tent cities. You see, when you think about China, don't think about the old China, the authoritarian type of government that the old China used to be. What you need to do is you need to start thinking that China's the new China. China is something that is growing. When I go to the parks, when I go to Nanhu Lake Park, I see older people exercising. I see kids playing. I see people running on the tracks similar to this track here. They're all over the place, guys. When I go downtown, I see businesses thriving. When I look at the news, Chinese news, not Western media news, you know what I mean, I see positive news. I see them telling the good stories instead of all of the bad stories. They don't go out of their way to trash other people around the world, because they're confident about themselves. I think that the people that start trashing other governments around the world are the ones that aren't very feeling good in their own skin. And I think that's what you're probably seeing when people start by saying communist China. So when you're looking at the China of today, what you need to do is look at the strides that they've made. Look at the idea that they brought 850 million people. That's more than double the size of the United States out of poverty in the last 20 years. You've got to look at the infrastructure that they've built. You've got to look at the educational institutes that they've built and how that they are some of the highest rated universities in the world. You've got to look at the hospitals that have been built. You've got to look at all of these things that China has done over the last 20, 30 years, and take that into mind when you start thinking that communist China is defined by communism, because it's just not. I've been living here for 17 years, and I feel just as free and as safe here. Well, actually, I feel a lot safer here than I do in my hometown of Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. I can walk downtown at 2 o'clock in the morning and not worry about being accosted. I could even say my wife, Wei Fong, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I would feel safe, her riding an e-bike home after being at a friend's place. I can honestly say that children walk the streets of Nanning City and any city around China and feel safe. So when you're trying to demean a whole country by using a couple of select words, I know that in the West, with the Cold War with Russia, communism was always a bad thing. I know that the idea that Vietnam, communism is a bad thing. I know that that's sort of filtered over into the Chinese forum here, and the idea that a word defines an entire country, an entire society, an entire government, just one word, is just, in my opinion, bullshit. And I'm here saying it's bullshit. Look around you. Like, seriously, look around this country. It is amazing. The people are amazing. The food is to die for. Oh my God. And as I say, I've been here a long time. So if I would see something that was an authoritarian style regime, as the Western countries call it, I would tell you that. But I've seen none of that. I don't think that the government, the federal government of China, really has a lot to do with the day-to-day operation of people's lives. I don't think the provincial government has a lot to do with the operational thing of people's lives. I don't think that any government in China really tells anybody what to do or how to do it. People just go along on their daily paths and do business, go to work, just like everybody else. Communism doesn't define China. When a little girl goes to ballet classes or goes to English classes, or, you know what I mean? So why would everybody out there in the, what they call the free world, boy, they're using a real good word there, the free world, and that insinuates that China's not a free world. Why would they start using these derogatory terms? Because it suits their purpose. It suits what they want you to think about that particular country. And at this point in time in the world, they want you to think poorly about China. And I'm here to tell you, it's not that way. So in the future, when you're thinking about China, be fair. Think of the smiling faces of the people that are doing business at the wet markets, and they're making money. They're feeling good about themselves because they're running their own business. Look at the subway systems that take people around the city for next to nothing, and only takes minutes from one side of the city of 7 million people to the other side of the city. Think about the people traveling on high-speed trains around China, where it used to take hours and hours on buses, or you had to fly, which was a larger expense, and you still had to get to the airport and back again. Think of the people that their lives have been made better by being brought out of poverty, the farmers that have moved to the city. All of these things make a big difference in how a country should be perceived. If it was any other country on this planet that had done as much as China has done in the last 20 or 30 years, they would be the praise of the rest of the world. But because of this one word, communist China, or you could even call it red China, it's looked at as a bad place, and it's not a bad place. The people are happy. The government is doing a good job. People are making money. There's less poor people. There's less homeless people. There's no drug addicts that I've ever seen. Maybe they're the ones that get disappeared, you know what I mean? The idea that they use the one word communism to try to make an entire country look bad in the eyes of the rest of the world is a terrible way to treat people. It's derogatory, it's racist, and it shouldn't be allowed by any government out there, any newspaper out there, any social media out there. It should be banned once and for all, and that's my point. Anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button, hit the bell. Don't forget to resubscribe, and never ever forget to put a couple bucks on the Children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. It's for poor rural Chinese children. They just need a helping hand. We can give them that helping hand. Help me help them. Thanks for watching. Bye now.